Right. This this video is about knowledge seeking, right? And the boundaries that you all need to know when it comes to seeking knowledge. Right? The boundaries that you all know when it comes to seeking knowledge, right? Now, something is online, right? You research it, you find some stuff online. Hey, I searched some stuff on the CDC, come across some stuff. Hey, I searched something on a website. Somebody recommended a website to me. I search it, I find some information, right? That's all fine and good, right? You know, as the boundaries to knowledge seeking when it infringes on somebody else's right to do the same, right? So I searched some knowledge. I came across some knowledge that is on the web, right? On the normal web, not no dark web. I don't know about dark web, right? I don't have knowledge on the dark web and I don't know about dark web, right? Come across knowledge on the normal web, right? Forces that be, right? Because apparently there's spiritual forces all around watching us constantly, right? Forces that be pick up that, hey, she's searching some stuff, right? That we don't want you to search, right? She's looking into some stuff that we don't want you to look into, right? And you take it upon yourself, right, to do a MK Ultra experiment, right, to dazzle out my brain, frizzle out my brain, right? You take it upon yourself to insert nanotechnologies on me using direct energy weapons, right? A physical action, right? A physical action to frizzle out my brain as to the knowledge that I was seeking, right? Theoretically, right? And you come and you impose that level of thing to a human being, right? And other human beings prior to me, right? Meaning that you repeat something that is dangerous to a human being, damaging, could send them to suicide, could send them to mental illness, right? This is where it ends. This is where it ends, right? Because that is the boundary that all you need to place upon yourself when it comes to seeking knowledge. Knowledge seeking, right, must stop. There's a boundary to knowledge seeking insofar as it doesn't harm. You can seek knowledge insofar as it doesn't harm another human being, right? You know, and this is a ethical principle in every field of study, right? You seek knowledge only to the effect that, hey, you ask a person permission, can I use you for this experiment? You know, that is what we learn in Sociology 101. The subject that you always degrade so much. You know, that's the thing that we learn in Psychology 101. The two subjects already sciences degrade so much, right? The two subjects, sociology and psychology. Hey, you don't even need a flipping grade 5 to get into them freelance study, right? You know what's the first thing we learn? Hey, when you're going to do a normal research, it could even be a normal questionnaire. You have an entire inquiry form, right? An entire consent form. Hey, can I get your permission to use your responses, right, in my questionnaire? And there's a normal day-to-day, normal social study, right? You know what you all did? You know the kind of transgression you all did when you do MK Ultra, right? Onto people. When you insert nanotech in people without their consent. When you do spirit invasions inside people without their consent. When you try to use AI to turn people into a biblically accurate angel, right? You know the kind of transgressions you all do, you all violate. You all can start to pay for them things. I know even talking about materially. You all can start to spiritually pay for them kind of sins. How you just start to spiritually pay for them kind of sins. So, lesson to all, right? There is a boundary when it comes to seeking knowledge, right? The boundary is I can seek, repeat after me, right? Children, repeat after me, right? I can seek knowledge insofar as it does not infringe on another human being to do the same, right? And insofar as it doesn't create harm upon another human being. And animals for that matter, because you all be using testing makeup on animals, right? Doing laboratory experiments, and worse yet, it becomes sickening when you all use human beings, right, as dogs or as lab rats in your experiments. And frankly, the world has had enough of this and hiding this information. The world has had enough, right, of hiding this information and biting. The world has enough of it. Only chose the wrong one to do it to this wrongs, right? You chose the wrong one to do it to this wrongs. You're so invested in seeking knowledge that you have a whole department, FCKING movement, that you have a whole department trying to figure out how does human respond, right, to British colonial experimentation. How does human respond to the repeat of phrases that you're trying to get people to repeat for 2 years straight through MK Ultra? Mind control, coercion, disassociation of the mind, frazzling out of the brain, frying out of the brain, preventing people from messing with people's memory, making people think that they're suffering from Alzheimer's. When you're conducting an MK Ultra, repetitive of repeating phrases, forcing people to repeat phrases because you have an issue with controlling people. Because you have a sick issue within yourself that you need to control people. Because you have a sick issue within yourself that you need to control people. This is where that shit done. And I mean 100% flipping done. This is where MK Ultra and people ending. Right? Done. Done, 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 done. This is where torture and torment psychologically, spiritually, electronically, right, is done in. You know what's done in? Right? You know what done in mean? It's done. You know what done in mean? Electronic harassment done in. Right? Done in. Done. That is what it means, right? Seek knowledge insofar as it doesn't want, right, infringe on another human right to sit down and read a book, right? What's so wrong in me reading up about MK Ultra? That the fact that all you don't like it or torment and torture, ritual torment and torture, such that all you had to do it unto me, right? Like if all you hated that all you hated that I experienced and these things through reading it, and not experiencing it, I reading it theoretically, right? And let's take it upon yourself. Hey, I don't like that she's seeking that kind of knowledge, so I take it upon myself. You take it upon yourself, right? Hey, let me do that to she, right? To show she how I could judge the flicking suicide or mental illness because she's looking into information that she's not supposed to be looking into. She's looking into information that we just really do people, right? And looking into information that only does really do people. So, hey, let me do it unto she and send she to kill herself, right? That is what you flipping do. Or you choose the wrong one this time. You choose the wrong one this time. Whoever it is, do this experiment. Or you choose the wrong one this time. Government experiment energy, right? I think this higher than even government, right? It's probably government, right? It's probably higher than government too, right? Or you choose the wrong one this wrongs, right? Wrong one. Because I do BITE. As not your dog, as not a dog, and three, I don't shut up. I don't shut up. So this is the end at that, right? I will be the last person this thing happening to, right? Make it clear and make it known, right? So your superiors, your managers, your bosses, everybody involved in this sickening procedure. This sickening mind control procedure. Make it known, right, that I will be the last person all you do the shit to. You know what it's called? Breaking the concept of knowledge seeking beyond that which is supposed to fucking know. Right? If it have knowledge in our book, in our web, that is for me to know because it's out there publicly. Right? However, if you choose to infiltrate my mind using nanotechnology, using direct energy weapons, using MK Ultra, then you're violating the boundary of knowledge seeking. You're violating the boundary of knowledge seeking. So I was within my right to look into information that I came across in a book that I find online. And I don't owe anybody anything for that. I don't owe anybody anything for that knowledge because I came across knowledge published online, right, on a free website, or either came across a website, right, or found a book online, and I saw information, I came across information. And if I came across information that all you didn't want me to look into, that don't mean you had to wipe me off the face of the flipping planet. Now, pat all your little MK Ultra and selves down and leave all your flipping job, right? That is all you had to do, right? Because that's not ethical job. Voice is called technology, right? MK Ultra, electronic harassment, messing with people using nanotech and direct energy weapons. That's not ethical work. That is by definition, by statement, right? Unrighteous work. By existence, unrighteous work. Unrighteous work. Unlawful work by every standard. Man-made law, right? Human law, spiritual law, God's law, Islam's law, biblical law, right? Manusmriti law, by every standard, right? That work is illegal. Illegal. Make it only business that as the last person, right, that all you conduct that kind of shit on. Make it only business that as the last person, right, all you conduct that shit on. Right, good.